It's about that time of day again here, boys and girls. Welcome back here. Welcome back. Newsletter time. JJ here. SchoolOfTrade.com, SidewaysMarkets.com is our blog address. Welcome back to our nightly newsletter. Tonight is Monday evening, February 2nd, 2015. Welcome to the second month of the year 2015. Got a short month this little month of February, but this is one of the last months before we run into the big sloppy month of March. So we got a lot of work to do this month. It's a short month. It's going to fly right by, and we got President's Day later on this month. We got Valentine's Day. Guys, don't say I didn't warn you. I'm telling you right now. As my wife always says, it's the same time every year. It doesn't change, right? All right, I could go on and on about that, the month of February, so we'll talk more about February as we go through the month. But we know short month here, and we are short on time here because we've got some valuable time here we're eating up right now. So let's jump right into it. Monday evening, February 2nd. Hope you guys had a great weekend out there. Awesome Super Bowl over the weekend. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Guys, make sure you're watching this video right now on our trading blog here at Sideways Markets. Make sure you're watching this video right now on our trading blog at Sideways Markets. There are 3 reasons why you got to be watching this video on our trading blog. The first reason, you can download all of my charts that I have for you guys this evening. That's right. All the charts we're going to go over today, you can download all those charts right below the video. Second thing, got a free pass for you. If you are not a member of School of Trade and you're wondering what it feels like to be in our trade room every day as a member, I would love to give you an all-access pass to our afternoon trade room. Welcome you guys in the afternoon as guests. Grab your free pass, upper left-hand corner. And last but not least, right above my ugly mug, you'll see a spot there for your name and your email address. We have a nightly newsletter mailing list. That way you never have to worry about missing another newsletter. They usually go out right about 8 p.m. Eastern Time. So 3 things here, guys. First thing, download those charts for today. Second, grab your free pass. I got a special free pass for you to come out and join my trade room as a guest. And third, your name and your email address there to register for the nightly newsletter mailing list. Guys, if you register for your free pass or you join the newsletter list, just be aware I'm going to send you a verification email to make sure I've got the right email address, to make sure you give me permission to keep emailing you, and to make sure you're not a robot, right? I don't think you're a robot, but I've seen crazier things out there in my 11-year career of teaching and trading. So now you know the plan here for today, Monday evening. We get a short month, we get a jam-packed month, and like I said before, we got to make our money this month because the month of March tends to be a little bit sloppier than we would like, okay? Now, tons of volatility right now. Boy, crude oil, $3 up, $3 down, $4 up, all over the place at a $7 day on Friday? Whew! Lots of ranges here, lots of volatility. This is the good stuff. Let's jump right into the Russell here this evening, starting with our mighty mini Russell. Now, Russell is clearly bearish right now, and we are looking for selling opportunities at the resistance levels overhead, and we're going to use those support levels below as profit targets. Okay, so here's what we got going on right now. We had a bullish channel here on the Russell. The key word here is had a bullish channel. We saw the price go lower. Now remember, I'm always a big believer that anybody can put together a one-day push lower, right? Let's see if they can hold it lower, and they did, right? They held off those buyers. Remember this last Thursday night for Friday? Remember we called the bluff of those buyers? Remember that last Thursday? Yeah, that was fun. That was fun. So we watched it go up, and we said, oh, we're looking for this to fail. And right when they tried to buy it, that was your cue there to get in short. That was from last Thursday evening's newsletter. We nailed it. Now you can see, of course, new lower low doesn't mean as much to me. The lower high is what means a lot. A, B, C, D. We got some measured moves going lower, right? A little bit of a measured move there. That's why we're getting that bounce. And then look here, another measured move. A, B, C, D, right back up. And this should put us in a position here where we have some great selling opportunities at these areas overhead. Looking to get short here right now in the Russell. I've got some targets waiting for us below 1155, 1149, 1140.9. All right, so you can see here we've got that bearish channel, and we are literally right up at the highs. Now, when I look at this chart, the first thing I think of is, oh, how lovely, how nice of you, Russell, to give me a nice push lower. We know we're bearish. And then I don't have to wait very long at all. We're right up at those highs. So we're ready to sell short here on that Russell. Don't forget, I'm going to open up my trade room tomorrow morning at 8 a.m. Eastern time, and we'll be watching all this stuff in real time. So don't forget to come out and join me tomorrow. Don't have to do this on your own. Here's another look at pretty much the same type of chart, just a little bit faster now. And now you can really see what I was talking about, right? A to B, C to D, right? That is what we call a measured move. AB equals CD. Now it may push a little bit higher, so we do have some resistance overhead here, 1180 area, okay, 1179, 1178. So we may push a little bit higher here overnight, but the reality is though is that even if I was a bull, let's just say I was a bull right now. Even if I was a bull, the only option right now, if you're a bull, is to sit on hands. There's no real easy way to be a buyer right now. If you were a bull, what you'd want to do is wait for it to pull back and then go higher, right? So if you're bullish right now in the Russell, you've got some waiting to do. If you're a bear like I am right now, you've got the green light literally right now. All you need, now that you have the direction, you have the setup, now all you need is what? The entry trigger, right? So draw the trend line, look for the break, the new low, right? Little 3-point reversal pattern. Wink, wink, nod, nod, heads up. Look for that 3-point reversal pattern here to get short. Okay, so we broke the highs of the bear channel. That's right, I forgot about that, right? So we got the bear channel. This is another really good clue. Now we know that when we break a channel like this, we're probably going to try to retest that low. So we're looking at a target down here at 1149.1. Okay, we're at the highs of the bull channel. We're at resistance right smack in the middle of that resistance zone. We broke the bear channel high. All of these clues right now tell us to look for the sell side. If you're a buyer right now, right, if you're thinking, boy, Joe, you've really gone overboard on this one, man. No way I'm a bear right now. Okay, if you're a buyer right now, you've got to stay patient because you need to wait and see if they're going to hold these support levels below, right, a little bit of swings here, right, and then you look to buy that as it starts going up. I don't want to say I don't think it's going to happen, but I just don't. My gut tells me we go all the way back down to that 1149. And what I'll do is I'll look for the entry trigger on the faster time frame. Again, come out and see me tomorrow, and we'll take a look at that in real time. Now, here is just another great example of just there's a lot of reasons why I'm bearish right now. Again, I really don't think you could be bullish. Yeah, I mean, you can definitely think that we're going to keep going higher in the long term, but we are well overbought. And kind of follow the bouncing ball here. I did my best to kind of put this into some text here in the lower left-hand corner, right? And you can see here, Russell price action is bullish in the short term, but we see an overshoot at the lows of the long-term channel, right? There's your overshoot. See that right there? There's your overshoot at those channel lows. Okay, that's the first thing. That overshoot at the channel low, that sets the bigger correction into motion. So what happens is we get that overshoot, it corrects a little bit more than it normally would, right? It overdoes it to the downside, then overdoes it to the upside, right? We've talked about this many times before. And when it overdoes it to the upside, now we see yet another overshoot at the highs, right? So again, draw out your channel, and you can see there's another overshoot at the highs. So we know what happens to the overshoot at the low, right? They cook the books a little bit too much to the downside. It whoop right back against it. Remember, overshoot to the downside, bigger correction to the upside. Overshoot to the upside, what are you thinking? What are you thinking? Bigger correction to the downside, and there we are, going right back to that low again. So what I would think is, and again, even if you're a bull right now in the Russell, you've got this overshoot, you can't deny it. Now, hey, it may just push right through this overnight, low volume, sure, that's always a possibility. But the likelihood right now of that happening is low. The better likelihood is we at least pull back and then make another run at the highs again, right? That will be the most likely scenario. So I'm looking at targets at 59.3. I'm looking at targets at 54.5, looking for targets at 49.7. And then we're going to watch this closely because those buyers may try to push this sucker right back up. So overshoot at the highs. We get a break of that bear channel highs. If I was a betting man, I would bet on 49.7 and 59.3 as the best two targets on the downside. And then we're going to have to look at that from here, right? Then we're going to have to really look closely and see what these buyers look like at that time. So come out and see me tomorrow. And again, we'll walk you right through here on the mighty mini Russell. Shall we go to gold? Shall we? Boy, I'll tell you, this gold market's been all over the place, but it's been pretty consistent as far as direction goes. Okay, here's a good example. Once again, we had that overshoot. Remember that overshoot from last week? This was classic last week. This was classic. Remember this last week? The actual trend line was drawn a little bit lower. It was like that, right, last week. I've now adjusted a little bit here just kind of for illustration purposes. But the reality is we get an overshoot last week in this too. Okay, lower lows, lower highs, right? We overshot the lows. Remember that dramatic move lower? Remember that from, what was that, mid last week here? We said big overshoot, expect a nice strong correction. We called that a mile away, and now you'll notice lower highs, higher lows. We're starting to get a little bit of a wedging triangle here, but you know what? We're at the highs of this channel. We're up near the highs here, 1, 2, 3. Gold is definitely suffering from strong dollar syndrome. Gold is bearish and right where we want it right now, right up near those highs. Remember, the best part about being off these highs right now is now we have a chance to get short on this. So gold's been pushing lower, but today we got price up off those lows, and we're looking forward to selling these resistance levels, and we're going to use these support levels for us below. So we're looking at short, short, short. Again, remember, we're not going to blindly sell it. We're looking for the entry trigger. And then we got targets here at the green lines. Targets all the way down. Definitely looking to go back to that low. Definitely looking forward to getting back to that range, right? Remember that prior range we had here? Yep. We get that prior range. That's going to be a huge magnet. And again, if I was a betting man, I would say definitely to 52.3, but I'd be shooting for this 1244 even, because look what we have here, a little measured move. No big deal, little measured move, right? AB equals CD. That puts us down around 1239.1, but I would take your easy money there at that 44 even. Again, this range is going to be a price magnet. We see this all the time, all right? Stay to the short side here on the gold. 32. Now, here's a really ugly, ugly chart, and you can kind of see why I said stay patient right now. Gold is in a perfect place to get short. We just barely missed the best selling spot right here, right? That 1283 to 1281. You can see we just barely missed it. Come off that trend line high, right? We got a little last call trigger zone up there around 1283, 1281. And we bounced right off it here, right, towards the end of the trading session today. So that really was the best place to get short. Now, if you miss that short, what you're looking for is you're looking for it to go up so you can sell it again. This is really important if you're a gold trader right now. Gold's in a perfect spot to be a seller, but we can see some consolidation here. We can see the higher lows, we can see the lower highs, and this oftentimes really gets a little bit sloppy here. So what you want to do is stay focused on selling at those highs. Sell those highs. If we go back up again, look to sell it again. Okay, so look to sell at those highs, because if you try to sell as this is going lower, it's going to have some trouble getting through that little triangle. Okay, so use the targets below, but again, sell at those highs, sell at those highs, sell at those highs. Okay, again, don't get caught trying to sell the low of this triangle. Wait for it to go up and sell it right back down. Again, boy, just about a couple hours too late. Just barely missed that short off those highs. So stay patient here on the gold as we go into tomorrow morning. Last but not least here on the gold, we got the price action chart here on gold. We can definitely see here gold is bearish in the short term. You got a little bear Chanel here, right? A little bear channel. We break that bear channel, which means we probably are going to revisit, at the very least, this 1267.4. So look for a test of 1267.4 before we try to make a move back higher again. You can see there's a couple conflicting little signals on this, right? Again, we see this break of the short-term bear channel, but then we have a bullish channel coming in off these higher lows. And so this is where we could definitely see target. But again, don't be surprised here if we see this again bearish channel, break the bear channel. We go lower now, but now we're at the lows of that big bull channel. So maybe it goes lower a little bit, 1260. Maybe it bounces and goes higher. Okay, or heck, maybe it just takes off to the upside and never does anything to the downside. I'll be looking to sell the highs on another overshoot, right? So if we overshoot those highs for whatever reason, this is gold we're talking about, anything can happen here. So if we do overshoot those highs, we're going to sell those highs. But again, if I was a betting man, I'd put my money on going back to that 1267.4. And then don't forget, right, that low back here, that's another great target for us at 1256.3. All right, guys, stay to the short side here on gold, at least for the time being. Don't forget, come out and see me tomorrow, and I'll walk you right through it. We'll walk you right through it, shall we? Shall we wrap up here on the crude? So we're bearish on Russell, bearish on gold in the short term for both of those. How about that crude? Now, of course, everybody wants to say ISIS, the terror alerts are on high alert in the Middle East right now. That's what's causing the... No. Back off, guys. Back off the truck. Back off the ledge. Don't jump. Okay, I swear, boy. These news media, they are not messing around. They do not waste any time to fan that fear flame. So I don't buy into any of this junk about the ISIS threats or the Middle East. Come on, like this is new news, right? And since when are we worried about one little tiny group? Again, don't listen to the news. What do you think's happening right now? I personally think that everyone who was bearish took their profit at the end of the month. That would be crazy, wouldn't it? Yeah, absolutely. So we get into the end of the month of January, and then all of a sudden, it just happens to go, oh, okay, right, okay. So what I'm seeing right now is I'm seeing a correction that is about 2 months overdue, right? Let's be honest. We haven't seen a very good correction yet. So we're due for this correction, first of all. And the second thing is this just smells like profit. This just smells like profit taking right now. That's what it smells like. And I say that because of the way we went lower, right? We grinded lower. Remember that? We grinded lower, and then look at we went higher. See ya, suckers, right? Right back up. I mean, it was literally $7 move on Friday, $4 move today. That's how we got where we are right now, right? That's how we got here. We didn't gradually make our way. We just jumped. And that's what tells me right now it's most likely people liquidating their shorts, covering their shorts, taking profit on their shorts, grabbing some pants maybe. That was a bad trading joke. I'll keep my day job here as a trader. So crude is bearish. We finally have a decent retracement off these lows. And by the way, guys, look what happened the last time we had a nice retracement. Just a little bit of profitability, over $1,000 per contract on the way back down, right? So don't go buying into that fear-mongering shenanigans you see on the television set right now. Turn off the TV, trade the chart. And right now, what we see right now is most likely, and again, do I really care why this went higher? Do I really care? I know. I can impress all my buddies that know nothing about day trading. I can impress all of them and tell them I know what's going on. But guys, unfortunately, impressing our buddies at happy hour does not put money in our pockets. So how do we make money off this? We make money by not caring why. Forget about why. Isn't that easier? It's so much easier. I don't care about why. All I care about is where and when. Okay? Where are we right now? We are up around those highs, right? We got trigger zone highs, we got range highs, we got trigger zone highs. Okay, so we're definitely moving into our zone here now to be looking forward to selling. So we got the retracement off these lows. We're looking for selling opportunities at the resistance areas overhead. Okay, now this may keep going for a few more days. We may see this continue higher here, but we're going to be looking to take little nibbles here every time we see that reversal pattern set up. Okay, now pay close attention to this area right here, 51.59. Okay, if I had to guess, I would guess that we're going to go up. We're going to make it look like we're going to continue forever. Yeah, see? Forever, right? And, of course, the news media is going to say, we're going back to 100. We called it. Right, come on. Again, that's what's going to happen on the television set. Stay away. Back off the ledge, okay? Back off the ledge. Don't go draining that pool of crude oil just yet. Okay, so we know we're probably going to hover around this 51, 59 before we really start seeing who's going to come in here and put this back to its lows. No, it's not going to be me. It's not going to be you, unless of course you trade a couple $100 gajillion. No, big money. Okay, big money is going to come back in here, and they've got to re-engage again. Okay, trust me. All right, we're not done to the downside just yet. Hey, maybe we are. Who the hell knows? Who the hell cares? I don't care. All I care about right now is charts tell me right now. Look to the short side. Okay, stay to the short side. Let's keep going on this crude. I want to show you guys what we're looking at here in the big picture. And then now here we are on crude. Oh, okay. So the only way that we're going to get this puppy, the only way we're going to get this sucker to go higher here is if this thing really gets irrational. Okay, we're going to really have to get some irrational price action here if this thing's going to go higher. Look what we have here. Okay, we're bullish in the short term, bearish in the long term. Look at the range high here. Look at this. You draw the trend line at the lows. Can't get that to fit, but draw the trend line at the lows. Okay. Project it off those highs. And you can see here now, there we are, right at the high of this channel. This is exactly what happens. Right when you think those buyers have ripped out control, oh, no, up near the highs, we are definitely looking at, this is a great spot to be selling, right? Now again, I've been trading this market for more than half my life. It's never this easy. Maybe we go lower here. Maybe we get the short. I'm definitely looking for a short at these highs. But I would assume that we go a little bit higher, right? Give those buyers just enough juice, or as I say, just enough rope to hang themselves. When everybody's drinking the bullish Kool-Aid now, that's when the big money's going to come out and say, thank you very much for all that profit, and they'll take this sucker right back to those lows. Is it going to happen right now? I don't know. Is it going to happen tomorrow morning? I couldn't tell you. Is it going to happen at some point? Oh, absolutely it will. And right now, all we know is we're up near these highs. And like I said about that Russell earlier, right? If you're a bull right now, let's say you are a bull. Let's say you're shaking your head over there going, boy, this guy JJ, I think he's drinking his crude oil over there, right? Okay, if you think, well, yeah, I'm definitely on the crazy side, but not that crazy. Well, maybe I am, but you get the point. The reality is even if you're a bull right now, you've got no other option. You're going to buy these highs, right? You can't buy these highs. You can't do that every time. You're going to lose money in the long run if you do that. So we're selling the 50.81. We're selling the range highs. We're selling this range high. And if we do happen to jump, take this range, copy it, and paste it, and you've got a range expansion overhead for additional resistance overhead. Guys, it would make perfect sense for this to wiggle its way higher here and then collapse. That would make perfect sense. Just enough to get the buyers taking the bait before it collapses, possibly tomorrow late morning or maybe even on Wednesday, right? So be on the lookout for that collapse. Again, I'll be focused here, selling the highs, selling resistance projections overhead, and then again, targets here, 47.99, 47.07, 45, 43.60 on the way back down. This could be a bloodbath going back lower, but again, stay patient. I would expect it to go a little bit higher before we get the trade lower. Finally here, wrapping up on the price action chart here for the crude. Crude oil price action is bullish in the short term. Yeah. Shocker, right? Didn't know that. Newsflash. Thank you, Joe. So we know we're bullish in the short term. If you're looking to buy, you need to wait. If you're looking to buy, even if you're a bull, you still got to wait right now. You got to wait for a pullback, right? If you want to be a buyer, how about that reversal line, 49.76? If you want to be a buyer, wait for that pullback, okay? But do not buy it right now, right? They'll lock you up and put you in one of those padded cells, feed you Jello all day long, right? You buy it right now. You cuckoo, okay? So we're going to pull back into support levels if you want to be a buyer. But if you're a seller, you're right where you want to be, right? Look, A to B, C to D, measured move. Oh, really? So that measured move puts us right at the range highs. How convenient. Funny they don't talk about that on CNBC while they're fanning the old ISIS fear-mongering flames, right? That's the problem. Good news doesn't sell advertising. Don't believe what you see on television, kids. So we got the measured move up, puts us right at the range highs. Delish. Again, I would expect it to go a little bit through it and then get that short off those highs. Sell. These are measured move extensions. Okay, we'll be a little bit overbought here. And again, if you want to be a buyer, wait to be a buyer on the pullback. Wait to be a buyer on the pullback. Okay, really the only option right now is to be a seller on crude. Do not blindly sell this. Sell what? Sell the entry trigger. Sell the entry trigger. All right, guys? Wrapping things up here, I want to thank you all so much for being a part of our trading newsletter here this evening. I want to remind you guys here, you do not need to do this on your own. Make sure you guys join our trial here at School of Trade. Make sure you click below the video, download those charts, grab your free pass, register for our nightly newsletter. And again, don't forget, you don't have to do this alone, right? You do not need to go at this alone, guys. It's all about learning from somebody who has done this before, right? If you want to be successful at day trading, you find somebody who's been successful, similar to the way you want to trade, and copy. Guys, join that free trial. We have the best free trial on the planet. I'll put my money where my mouth is. Take that free trial. You'll see exactly what I'm talking about. While you're on the homepage, though, check out our 3 levels of membership. And don't forget, we've always got someone standing by here 24/7, 365 to give you guys some help on that. All right, if you have any questions. Hope you had a great weekend. Has the snow stopped falling in Boston yet? Now, I come from southern Maine. I come from New England. My family was all huddled around the fireplace this weekend. I hope you guys are safe out there. Stay dry, stay warm. I won't even talk about how much I'm suffering through this 75-degree sunny afternoon here in Los Angeles. I will keep my mouth shut. I will say, though, what a great Super Bowl we had this weekend. Go Patriots. Boy, that was a great game. I was worried there for a little bit, Patriots Nation. I was more than worried. I was talking to my brother-in-law saying, yeah, I think these Seahawks are going to do it to us again. And boy, you can see what a game of inches, right? That's life, a game of inches. Never over till the bookie gets their money, right? I'm kidding with you. Guys, my name is Joseph. Thank you so much for tuning into our newsletter. Don't forget, share this with a friend. Join the free trial, and we'll see you guys tomorrow. Same time, same place. Adios, amigos. Bye-bye for now.